Hi, this is Science Ninja Gal, and today I'm going to show you how to create a Kahoot. Okay, so first off I'm going to Google Kahoot, that's K-A-H-O-O-T. Now if the first search result you click on comes up with this coloured screen, this is actually the screen you want your students to go to when you're ready to run the quiz. I'm just going to click back. Now I want to create a quiz first, so I'm going to click on the second search result, which is actually getkahoot.com. This is the web address that you need to go to create quizzes. You will need to sign up for a free account. It only takes a few minutes. I already have one, so I'm going to click on sign in up the top, and I want to make a quiz. You can also do discussions and surveys, which are very, very similar. So I'm going to click on the big question mark to create a quiz, and it's going to ask me for some details about the quiz. So let's say I want to do a quiz on solids, liquids, and gases for a chemistry class. Now I'm going to write a description, and I can add hashtags to the description to make it easily searchable by others. So a hashtag chemistry quiz for hashtag year 7s for year 7 at the start of the topic. Now I'm initially going to put this onto a private setting, so here where it says visible to, I'm going to put it as only me. I can change that later on if I want this to be public, which means anyone can search for it and use it. Audience, I'm going to say I'm at a school because this is for school students, and I'm going to add a cute little image to the start of the quiz. Let's add a melting ice cream. Now you don't have to add an image if you don't want to. You can also add an intro video, and this will play before the quiz begins. Now because I'm using this at the beginning of the topic, I'm going to add this cute little 3-minute video which sort of sums up solids, liquids, and gases. So let's put that there. So I've just put the YouTube link in. That's all you have to do, so it's quite easy. I've put in all my details. You can also credit resources. Perhaps I'm using other videos or images in the Kahoot that I want to give credit for. I can put all those details there, but I don't know which ones I'm using yet, so I'll come back to that. I'm going to click on OK, go up the top right. Now we're ready to add some questions. I often use questions from resources that I already have, or textbooks, or I search other areas of the internet. So let's add a question. Now I'm going to put the question up here. Let's say what state of matter is shown in the image? Question mark. And now I have to add a picture, so otherwise my question won't make sense. I'm going to click on add image. Let's choose an easy one. We'll start off with the brick. I could also add a video here as well that will play along with when the question is shown. And 20 seconds. Now this time limit is telling you how long your students have to answer this question. This is a pretty easy one, so I'm going to put it on 10 seconds. I can also choose whether this question is worth points or not. If they're worth points, I tend to find the students rush a little bit more in order to earn the most points. The quicker you answer, the more points you get. If I want it to be more of a discussion question and encourage students to slow down in their thinking, I might just click on that and turn points off. Whereas for this one, we're just having a bit of fun. It's meant to be quick and easy, so I will leave the points on. Now this is where I enter my multiple choice answers. So let's put in the obvious 3, solid, liquid, and gas. Now you need at least 2 answers, so you can still do true and false questions if you want. And let's put plasma as the 4th. Now I need to tell Kahoot which answer is the correct answer, so I'm going to click on this little tick here next to solid. So that is going to be marked as the correct answer. And I can also put in resources for where I got that brick picture from as well. Let's click on next. Okay, and I want to add another question, basically the same as the first, but with a different image. So I'm going to click on the blue square, which is duplicate, and then on the yellow pencil, which is edit. So I'm going to remove the image of the brick and add an image of some balloons. That means I also have to change the correct answer, so instead of solid being the correct answer, I want it to be gases. Let's try a 20-second time limit for that one, and then at the top press the green next button. Then we also have to save the whole quiz, so press the save button up the top right. Now that I've written my Kahoot, I'm going to preview it to make sure it all works. So clicking on preview it, it'll come up with a new screen. We're going to see a simulated sort of student view on the right here and the teacher view on the left. Now I've chosen options that suit me, so I like to randomize my questions and answers. I display the game pin throughout the Kahoot just so students who come into class late, or perhaps their device stops working and they drop out, they can still see the pin and be able to join halfway through. I also like to turn off automatically moving through the questions so I can click through the questions and really control the pace of the quiz. But all of this is up to you. I'm going to choose classic for this preview, but for a preview it doesn't really matter, but you will need to click on the mode that suits you and your classroom. So if you're in a one-to-one classroom, click on classic. If your students are sharing devices, click on team mode. So when I click on classic, that'll actually start the Kahoot. It is vital that the teacher has this screen or their screen displayed somewhere where the students can see it. Otherwise, you cannot run a Kahoot. The whole point of Kahoot is that students have to look at the screen to participate. So as a student, I do not need a login for Kahoot. All I need to do is type in the game pin. Like so. I then get to choose a nickname. Now my rule for my classroom is that the students have to use their real names just to avoid any silliness or inappropriate names. But the good thing about Kahoot is they've already thought about that for you. So if you do see an inappropriate name pop up, you just select the name, a line will appear through it and you click on it and it kicks them out and they have to re-log in with a more appropriate name. So you should see all of your students' names pop up here, and it should have, say you've got 15 students, it should say 15 players. When you're ready, click on start. So there's my pretty title picture. And one of the questions is going to pop up randomly. So notice it shows me just the question for a few seconds before it shows the answers. Okay, so brick is a solid red triangle. I'm going to click on red triangle. Oh, 10 seconds, really wasn't much time for that. And for getting the correct answer pretty quickly, I get a certain number of points. Now, the quicker the students answer, the more points they get. After they've answered the question, you'll see a little graph showing how many students answered with each answer. So it's really good to see where the misunderstandings are as you move through the quiz. I can also show the original image to remind the students of what we were looking at for that question. Now I'm in control of the pace of this quiz, so I need to click on next before it will go to the next question, but you can set that up to do it automatically. So when I click on next, we're going to see the leaderboard before moving on. Now this is the next question, and it'll be the balloons. Okay, so I'm looking for gases, which is a yellow circle. So then the students would have to click on a yellow circle. I'm liking 20 seconds as a better amount of time for my students to answer. So I think I'll go back in and change the first question to 20 seconds as well. And 20 seconds is the default. So do keep in mind if you think your students will need a bit more time, or even challenging, a bit less time. So then I'll click on next. Now when you finish a Kahoot, you'll see the final scoreboard and you'll see the winner pop up here. The students then have a chance to give you feedback about the Kahoot and results. So I'll just enter a few things in like that, and you get sort of an overall rating of how they enjoyed it. I always find most of the Kahoots I run are pretty much all green and they've had a great time. Now I can also, as a teacher, save these results for later, which is I find really valuable, and you can save them as an Excel spreadsheet and have a look at who got what wrong or right. Ghost mode, you can play against the winner of the last round, so you'd have to beat the winner of the last round again, which is quite fun. And I can also favorite this to come back to later, or just play it again. That's why I like having randomized on, so you can just play it again straight away, or you can play a new Kahoot. So that's how to create a Kahoot. Hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. Have a go, let me know how it goes, or if you have any other questions, at Science Ninja Girl on Twitter. See you next time.